On admission, people used to be told they could either agree to voluntary treatment or they would be sectioned. The first time this ultimatum is delivered, I, like most people, hadn't even heard of sectioning, let alone be familiar with what part of the Mental Health Act a particular section pertained to. It is obviously a terrible shock when it dawns on you that you can be detained just for having an apparent mental breakdown. Especially in the old days of frighteningly big asylums, you have no idea of how long you will be there, and when or even if you will ever be released into the community. I remember once being locked in a padded cell and being very disorientated. Another time I woke up to find myself on a mattress on the floor of a Stark room in hospital pyjamas and not knowing where I was, being told that I couldn't leave. I had no understanding. It was like your worst dreams come true, a living nightmare, being completely cut off from the normal world, actually detached from reality. After my first period of hospitalisation, I was trying to get my life together again, thinking it had just been a temporary blip in my university life, just a nervous breakdown. But then, on a sick note from my GP, I noticed the word schizophrenia, and the dreadful realisation that this hadn't been just a one-off experience. I had now been labelled with an enduring mental illness and might well have further psychotic episodes. I had to have regular depot injections for the foreseeable future. This was not a pleasurable prospect, as the side effects made me feel dreadful every morning, not really functioning properly till the afternoon. I also noticed after years of these injections of Modicate and later Dipixol that my voice always sounded slurred on video recordings. Since I've been on the modern atypical oral medication, I feel and sound a lot better most of the time. Also, there is the aspect of being compelled to take medication. I remember having my arms held back and pills put in my mouth, and then forced to drink water, and my only option was to swallow or choke. On another occasion, I volunteered myself into hospital on the advice of my CPN. I wanted to go for a walk around the hospital grounds and get some fresh air. I was only offered an inner courtyard that was full of cigarette smokers. I decided to take a walk anyway. I was grabbed by 6 nurses before I even reached the door and dragged off to the office. As a result of this, I was sectioned, but when I asserted my rights and sought a solicitor, this was removed. I was transferred to a more local hospital, but one day, due to the noise and activity on the ward, I just wanted to sit in a quiet room for a few minutes, but I was refused and again dragged away. This was a bit embarrassing, as I was dragged away by the staff through the TV lounge area, past all the other patients. I was pressed face down onto the bed and forcibly injected in the buttocks, and held down until I was overcome by the sedative effect. I kept asking what drug they'd injected into me, but I was given no reply. Of course I resisted, wouldn't anyone?